Welcome to the channel. Hello cows and sheep. Moo, bar and all that. Quite amused at the sound of this bike. Off we go. So, what I want to talk about is feedback. Everyone gets feedback, don't they? At their job, when they're training, school, everything. But what I want to know is, how do people like to get feedback? I always think it's probably best to give balanced feedback, not all negative. I think if you take it, for example, in a job, it's best to go, well, you do this very well, you do that very well, you could improve at this, you could improve at that, but overall in summary you're doing a really good job. Because let's face it, if you're having an appraisal at work and if you really are doing a terrible job, well, you would be fired surely. So why are we still having a conversation that's very negative? So I think in theory, yes, there's always things you can improve at, but you're not really going to be there at a job. So yeah, I'm kind of interested what people think. So I think it's much better to do what they call the sandwich feedback. We give something positive, something to improve or development, not necessarily negative, because you can spin things in a bit more of a positive way. You know, like riding a motorcycle. You can improve, always you can improve. Like, where's the best road position? I think you get here, the left. Hug the left, you're coming up to a right turning, which is the right gear to be, I don't know, third, second. You look through the corner and you wait till you can see it open up, and then you can accelerate out of it. When you're coming up to this left-hander, by being in this position you've got a good view, if something's coming the other way, tuck in. Not that these things can be improved. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a terrible rider. If you're a terrible rider, you probably have crashed or you'd be in the bushes. Yeah, I think feedback can be quite a odd thing, and I think poor delivery of feedback is probably never going to have the desired outcome that people are looking for. Why are you giving feedback? Often giving feedback because you want something to improve or change, so you want the person to listen, you want them to actually accept what you're saying and actually take it on board. If you just go in and go, well, you're really rubbish at this, you're that rubbish and this is terrible, all they're going to do is go, oh, okay, well, that's just your opinion that I'm rubbish, not much I can do about that. But if you give constructive feedback, you could improve, like, I don't know, rather than go, I give really monotone YouTube videos, put people to sleep. You could actually say, well, you could improve your video by using different voices or accents, or increase the excitement or happiness of your voice instead of just the rants that you're doing like now. What's he doing? You could add some humour, dry humour, but hey, you can also put it in the way that if you don't want to watch it, or you don't want to listen to my voice, you don't have to. But yeah, quite interesting. So yeah, what do you think? Feedback. This is what the subject of this video is. How would you want someone to tell you how to improve? Of course, some of us do have massive egos and think we're the best at everything. I mean, some of us are. But I think motorcycles pretty, I've often had comments, do roster, do IM, and improve, which I will do, and I do. But often you get into this point of subjective opinions, and often you're getting people giving you feedback on hypothetical situations, like if I'm on this side of the road in the middle and someone crosses over on the other side and they could hit me. Well, yes, they could, but it's like there could be, as I come around this corner, a giant bloody hole, and I could end up going in it because I didn't know there was a hole. There's some things you can't really plan for. You have to just take it as it comes. So you just do what you can, take what you can into hand, but you try to improve. Try to do what you can. I mean, obviously coming up to this, so I put my foot on the rear brake so the car behind me knows I'm slowing down. I change down gear, look into this wall, but enough I can clear these cars. These cars could open the door. So, but how far? How wide are the doors? I should be okay. Coming up to this right-hander, you think, well, I'll tuck in this way, or you never really know. Truck. I don't know what's around the corner. But the main thing is to look where you're going so you can react to the hazard as it happens. Cars think they're wider than they are. And often you hear in motorcycle sort of improvement courses is having this bubble, protect your bubble. So there's a nice bubble between you and everything else, which I sort of said, okay, yeah, makes sense. Then they tell you to filter, and I really do think when you're filtering, all your bubble has gone. You are having to react as fast as you can, and you have to keep your wits about you when you're filtering, because at any point some numpty goes, oh, even though I'm stuck in this queue, if I change to the right lane to the left lane, I'll be one car ahead. Yes, worth it. But they do, because they get bored and frustrated, but you just gotta look for that twitchy car and be ready. Now, don't put your foot down. Never put a foot down. Yeah, that, I think, is the end of the video. Bye bye.